Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to Game Night on the Region Sports Network. We come to you tonight from the Crown Point Sportsplex as we present the Crown Point Junior Bulldogs Super Bowl. We start in the Littles division with the Wolves taking on the Knights, a 6-0 team taking on a 5-1 team. Calvin Malater with you here for the Region Sports Network. First of 3 games on the day, and a fun day here from Crown Point. We also have some dodgeball going on here in town as well on the Region Sports Network for you. These two teams have played one time on the regular season, and it was a victory for the Wolves. It was the Knights' only loss on the year. The Black Knights coming out of the American League Little Division, the Wolves out of the National League Little Division as well. These are two teams who have scored a boatload of points. They've played really good defense, and now they're here for a Super Bowl championship appearance. As the teams meet at midfield with the captains and the coaches, as well as our game officials for the opening coin toss. And there we go. Good crowd on hand for this one on a perfect fall day for footballs. It's time now for the game day forecast brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. And today's forecast right now, it is 67 degrees. Feels like down to 64. 10-mile-per-hour winds out of the northeast, but we can see gusts of up to 18 miles an hour in this one. So you're going to hear a lot of wind probably. Flags flying in the fall air, as that is the game day forecast brought to you by Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. With the 24/7 emergency service, comfort isn't far away. So here we go. Let's play some football, as it'll be the Wolves who will start it. First down and 10 from midfield in the maroon jerseys, the Knights in the black. As you see an end around here on the opening play, Luciano Palanca, he's breaking free down the sideline. Cuts it back inside the numbers, then loses the football, but a couple of his teammates were there to recover it. So it is a first down. It's our opening first down of the game, and it's brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville, your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialists. As you see, a run of about 20 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So a great start there for the Wolves. Because of the fumble, ball will be spotted back at the 34-yard line where it was recovered. So now here's a new set of downs, first down and 10. The Wolves scored 154 points in their 6 games this fall. That was second to what the Knights were able to do. Running right side in a minimal gain there was Rylan Hoffman, number 2 on the roster. So here comes second down and 9. And a flag on the play, false start. Four-man officiating crew for this one. And now the line of scrimmage will move back to the 38-yard line. So here now, the Wolves are behind schedule on their opening drive, averaging 25.7 points per game in this season. Really cool environment. Players were so eager. They've been out here for quite some time warming up, running through their respective banners. The Knights brought out some flares as well, as Palanca, design quarterback keeper, breaks out through the edge. Palanca with a good cutback, and he's got first down yardage for the Wolves. It's sponsored by our friends at Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville, your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialists. Just a great run there. He's got 2 big runs now. That one good for 14 yards. So he's got 34 rushing yards already in this one. The cool part about this division, the coaches out in the field giving instructions, encouragement for both teams. Look at this stack off to the right here for the Wolves. So that's an inside run and breaking through the middle. It's a first down, and it'll be just shy of the goal line. It's Levi Cole. It's the third first down of this opening drive for the Little Wolves, and it's sponsored once again by our friends at Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville. Visit them on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.com. Palanca running right up the middle. He is in for a touchdown. No negative plays for the Wolves, and they score on the game's opening drive. That time from 3 yards out. Mentioned the two highest scoring teams in the Littles division going at it here in this one. And the points already on the board. 3 minutes and 2 seconds into this one. And it's Cole under center again. And he will hand it off to Rylan Hoffman again. And the try is unsuccessful. But it's 6-0 in favor of the Little Wolves. This is Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Welcome back. So the Wolves score on their opening possession with the Palanca touchdown from a couple of yards out. Here are the Little Knights' first offensive possession. There's a flag on the play. As rolling out to his left goes Maverick Smith. A lot of room to run down that near sideline. He tried to stiff arm a would-be tackler in Palanca. However, we will check the laundry on the field. The near side official threw a flag at the time of the snap. And I believe it's just a sideline warning issued on the Wolves. So good run there for Smith. He gets the line all the way down to the 21. So a 29-yard run. Now this is Emmett Muka trying to turn the corner. He can. He's inside the 10, all the way to the end zone, and he is in for the touchdown. The team that scored 174 points in 6 games respond on just 2 plays on their opening drive. A 21-yard score. And we're all tied up here at 6 apiece. That was just a 37-second drive. Inside run, Maverick Smith. Did he break the plane? Yes, he did. 2-point try is good, and it's 8-6 in favor of the Black Knights. They scored more points than anyone else in the Littles division, and you see why. A potent offense on full display. So we saw what each team can do on their opening drives. A 5-play touchdown drive for the Wolves, a 2-play. I mean, the best way to put it is sprint there for the Knights. So the new drive starts at the 50. First down and 10 for the Wolves, and the maroon jerseys going from left to right. The Knights going from right to left in the all-black uniforms. 6:15 and a rolling clock here in the opening quarter. We play 4 10-minute quarters here in this one. Our first pass of the game. Or is it? Trying to get outside and taken down is Cole. That was a great open field tackle by Jacob Neiman. It's a really nice play in the open field. Cole was looking downfield. No one there. You can almost call that a safety blitz, if you will. And here comes second down and long. Or a coverage sack, really. May have lost half a yard there. So even though the Wolves won the meeting between these two sides here this fall, they now find themselves trailing here in this one, and a flag on the play. Offsides on the offense. So now it'll be second down and 15. So not what you're hoping for there. Second penalty on the Wolves. And it'll be the first play they'll be run from the minus side of the field. They hurry up to the line. Some pre-snap motion. They fake the end around. It's Cole again, and he will be taken down in the backfield for a loss of 4 yards. Neiman in the area, as well as Maverick Smith for the 4-yard loss. So now here comes third and a long ways to go. However, after a couple of big runs on the opening drive from Palanca and one there from Levi Cole, even though it's third down and 19, they're never really out of it. It's Palanca again around the edge trying to cut back inside, and he'll be taken down. Nice tackle made between the seams by Avani Robinson, as well as I believe that was Kai Sanchez in there as well. So 3-yard pickup there. Here comes fourth down and 16. Wolves need to convert. Chasing 2 points here in the final 3.5 minutes of our opening quarter. It's Palanca again, trying to bounce outside, and that time the Knights were ready for it. And it is a turnover on downs. Nice stand there from the Knights defense as they'll take over on the plus 46. So it's a 2-yard pickup. The drive stalls out. And the Knights, who were so good on that opening drive, remember, just 2 plays, will take over. First shotgun snap look for the Knights. It's Smith. Sidesteps 2, changes course. Smith somehow finds a pocket. Oh my goodness, Maverick Smith. Can he get to the house? He can. about that run? Smith got hit on his own side of the field, and it's a 46-yard touchdown run. There is an injured party down on the field. It's a member of the Wolves along that far sideline. So while they take a look at him, we will take a break. This is Game Day on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Welcome back. Is Palanca that was down. He's helped up to his feet. Grabbing that left arm of his, so we hope he's okay. It's been really fun to watch him on the offensive side of the field. At this level, most guys are going to be playing two ways as well, so they're going to be getting their steps in. And so here come the Knights. Another two-point try. Up 14-6, trying to make it a 10-point game right here. Man goes in motion. Smith gives it off to the motion man. It was Major Odoms who was taken down in the backfield, and the try is unsuccessful. Good open field tackling on display there from the Wolves. That was Mitch Moore with the stop. So, 2 drives, 2 tutties for the Knights. Wolves now take over at midfield once again. In this high-flying, already so much action-paced first quarter. First and 10, right up the middle. And a pickup of 3 yards for Cole. Number of guys in there for the stop, including Santana Ivy for the Knights. Keep in mind they turned it over on downs their last time with the football, the Wolves did. An offside penalty really hurt him, and then a backwards play as well where Cole was sacked for 4 yards. Really did him in. Turn it over on their own 46. And that's when then the Knights only needed 1 play to respond and extend their lead. Now up to 8 points with 75 seconds left in the opening quarter. And with the play clock winding down, the Wolves will burn a timeout, so we'll take it with them. Back in a few moments. This is Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back. Mayor Pete Land and the Crown Point Pace Department are proud to support Crown Point Bulldog Athletics and say, go Bulldogs. Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best in-city services and encouraging smart growth. Mayor Land and the Pace team invite everyone to trick-or-treat around the downtown square during the Pumpkin Walk from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on October 25th, and costumes are encouraged. It is 2nd down and 7 here for the Wolves, chasing 8 points after their first time out of the game was called a moment ago. Levi Cole gives it off. This is Rylan Hoffman. A flag comes flying in on the play as Hoffman's taken down inside the 45. And the play will be negated with a holding penalty. 3 penalties in the game, all of them going to the Wolves so far. Not exactly the start you were hoping for. That was a solid run of a few yards there too. And the ball we spotted now on the Wolf 43. First of 3 games on the day we'll have for you here from the Crown Point Sportsplex. We'll also have the Middle Division and the Bigs coming up to wrap up the day. So plenty of great youth football action on the way soon for you here on the Region Sports Network. 2nd down and 17 here. Our first completed pass of the day. Nice catch there made on the hash marks by Griffin White off the pass from Levi Cole. It's the first true drop back as well. It picks up 2 yards. And now here comes 3rd down and long. You can likely call it a long 14 as the teams will retreat to their sidelines. That's the end of the first quarter. In the Littles Division Crown Point Junior Bulldog Super Bowl, it is the Knights 14, the Wolves 6. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
Welcome back. Second quarter is here. The teams will change sides. The Wolves will move from right to left across your screen in the maroon jerseys. The Knights left to right. The Wolves really impressive as a entire brand, you can say. They're here in all 3 divisions today, so you'll see a lot of the Maroon Wolves in action here on the Region Sports Network. Here comes 3rd down and a long 14 yards. They need to get to the Knight 40-yard line to extend the drive, or at least get within range to make this 4th down much more manageable. A fresh 10 minutes on the clock. And another timeout called by the Wolves. So we'll take a 30-second break with them. This is Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back. Fresh out of the second timeout called of the half from the Wolves. Here comes 3rd down and long, and Hoffman serpentines his way into Knight territory to the 47-yard line. And so it'll be 4th down and long. Good run there for Rylan Hoffman. And so now the Knights look to get off the field and force their second turnover on downs of this young football game. He picked up 7 yards on that last play. How can they get creative? We saw Polanka, their quarterback, who had the touchdown run on the opening drive of the game, go off an injury. He's back out there now, and he's got the football. He cuts outside, trying to break one more tackle, and he can't. That's a great tackle from Emmett Muka. And it will be a turnover on downs, as Polanka about 1.5 yards shy of the first down line. He needed 7. He got about 6. And the Knights defense holding strong. And that's a shocker because of the two teams' defenses. The Wolves defense statistically has been the better of the two, allowing fewer points overall and per game than the Knights. Still very good defenses, though. Two teams combined to allow just 84 points across their 6 games. So the Knights have ran 3 plays. 2 of them have been touchdown runs. As Muka accelerates through the hole, and he will make this 2nd down and 1 yard after a 9-yard gain on 1st and 10. A 21-yard run into the end zone for the last ball carrier for the Knights, and then a 46-yard run from Maverick Smith on their opening play of their last drive. From midfield, it's 2nd and 1. End around here, it will be a 1st down, and keeping his feet is Teddy McCann all the way down to the 42-yard line. It's a 1st down, and it's brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville, your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialists. It's a great run of 8 yards. It's McCann's first run of the football game as well, too. And it resets the chains. No points so far here in the 2nd quarter. All of our action has come in the 1st. Major Odoms goes in motion, and he will get the ball, and he'll be taken down for a 3-yard loss in the backfield. Nice play by Carson Botts as well as Griffin White, the two combined for the TFL. And now here comes 2nd down and 13. These two teams so evenly matched. It was a 2-point game in the regular season meeting. Smith, who had a touchdown run, finds a hole, blockers out in front. He gets past the original line of scrimmage and then some, and he'll make this 3rd down and very manageable for the Knights offense. That was good for 8 yards there on the play. Third down and 5 coming up here for the Knights. And before that, we'll realign the players. We'll reset the play clock, and we will resume. With 3rd down and 5, Odoms flying in motion again. They will go back to Muka, trying to get outside, and he can't. Dragged down from behind by Mitch Moore. It's a loss of 3, and now here comes 4th down and 8. This is the first time you're starting to see how good this Wolves defense is. They allowed just 34 points overall. That's 5.7 points a game. The Knights offense started doubled up on that average, and then some. 4th down and 8. Maverick Smith with the football. Breaks one, but can't escape a second. Rylan Hoffman with the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and it's a turnover on downs. First time in this young football game the Knights offense can't find the end zone. They will turn it over on downs. It'll be 1st down and 10 from the 41-yard line. Since their opening drive, 5-play, 50-yard touchdown drive, the Wolves have failed to find the end zone or even points on the scoreboard. The 4th possession of the game for the Wolves sees Levi Cole take it right up the gut for 2 yards. Or pardon, for 1 yard actually. Got pushed back well there from the secondary of the Knights. Second and 9 now. Wolves, an offense averaging just over 25 points a game, and that one's stuffed. Sniffed out well by that right side of the D-line there for the Knights, and here comes 3rd down and 9. They haven't picked up a single 1st down since their opening drive. It's been tough sledding here into this Knights defense, who we talked about has been very good. Not as good as the Wolves defense. The Knights allowed 50 points overall so far, now 56 with the touchdown run here on the opening quarter. But 8.3 points per game is still nothing to scoff at. They swing it back out to Polanka behind the line of scrimmage, and Polanka is taken down with no gain for the 2nd straight play. So not at all the results you were hoping for if you were the Wolves, as we have an official timeout, as a player on the Wolves is still slow to get up. It is Polanka again. We saw earlier get attended to on the Maverick Smith 46-yard touchdown run. He will check out, and for the first time we'll see Mitchell Conway enter the game. Fourth down and 9 coming up here. Knights have a chance to get off the field for the 3rd straight possession. Play clock inside 15, and they've yet to break the huddle. They give it off to the motion man, Hoffman, and he'll be taken down for a loss. There's a flag down on the play. And so we will check the flags before we give the ball back to the Knights, and I believe it is going to be a defensive penalty. Face mask. Wow, that's huge. That extends the drive. Sometimes a break is all you need. And that is certainly the case for the Wolves, who have been stagnant offensively here. Through the first quarter and a half of this game, with now really inside the final 2 minutes of the half. Wolves got the first possession of the game. So, fresh life here. It's still fourth down, but much more manageable. Fourth down and 5, and there's an offsides. The Knights were bringing all 11 players downhill. Offsides on the defense, and it should give the Wolves first down yardage, and it does. Fresh set of life. And for the first time, what feels like forever, the Wolves are running a play in Knight territory. First and 10 from the 49. And running right up the middle for a solid pickup of about 5 yards is Levi Cole. We've called his name a lot in this opening half. Especially with Polanco being in and out, who was the key factor in their success on their opening drive. Second down, a long 5. You could probably call it 6 at this point from our angle up here in the press box. Cole back to pass. Lofts it over the middle, wide open man. It's caught for a first down. Great catch made by the Wolves wide receiver. It's Griffin White on the receiving end, as they will move the sticks all the way down to the 29-yard line. Clock should be running right now, according to the official signals. And there's an inside run for Cole. Just 2 yards there on the play. And now a timeout is called. It'll be the Wolves' last timeout. We'll take a 30-second break. This is Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Mayor Pete Land and the Crown Point Pace Department are proud to support Crown Point Bulldog Athletics and say, go Bulldogs! Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best in-city services, and encouraging smart growth. Mayor Land and the Pace team invite everyone to trick or treat around the downtown square during the Pumpkin Walk from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on October 25th. Costumes are encouraged. So here's second down and 8 for the Wolves with 22 seconds left on the clock. Fresh out for their third timeout. Of the half. What can they dial up here? Some pre-snap motion. It's Hoffman, the motion man. Cole, the quarterback, under center. He'll roll out, and he'll be taken down. Nice tackle made by Avani Robinson. First time we've called his name today. Limit damage to 3 yards. Clock inside of 5 seconds. Can they get off one final play? They cannot, and that's the first half. 14-6 in favor of the Knights after each team scored on their opening possession. The Knights scored on their second possession. That's it. Good defensive football halftime here at the Crown Point Sportsplex. This is Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, my name is Mark Macknick. I'm the owner of Mark Macknick CPA firm in Highland, Indiana on Kennedy Avenue. I've been working with Region Sports for years now. Started working with Chris years ago, just on some special projects, advertising here and there. After a while, kind of increased the advertising. Mainly was doing it for the community involvement. It's such a great network and program they do with the high school sports. But as time went by, I started getting on there more frequently. And then the phone starts ringing. And I was getting calls all the time from people. Hey, I saw your ad on so-and-so football game. I saw your ad on a basketball game. And it's really helped my business. It's increased the volume. We're a tight community in Northwest Indiana, sports-wise, and just a lot of community involvement. So that's mainly why I got into it. I remember watching one game. It was a basketball game, and I think there was a little bit of an altercation. And as the altercation was happening, my ad was right on the bottom, and someone typed in, "I wonder what Mark Macknick's thinking right now." And I was thinking, wow, this is awesome. It's really been a great feature for my business. It's the only advertising I do. I don't advertise anywhere else other than Region Sports. It's for the business, but mainly for the involvement with the community. I played high school baseball here in Highland, and ever since I've been advertising on Region Sports, a lot of my old coaches are now my clients. A lot of my old teammates come in here. My recommendation, if you're a business here in Northwest Indiana, I think Region Sports is, for your money, it's one of the best places that you can advertise. I mean, I can advertise on billboards. I could do anywhere I want to. And I choose Region Sports mainly because I get a lot of feedback, especially on the high school level. A lot of the parents, if they can't make a game, they're watching it online. They're watching a replay, the grandparents. So it's done wonders for my business, and it's my go-to for advertising. It's the only spot I would advertise. So if you're a business owner in the area, really look into advertising on Region Sports. It's going to be well worth your money, and you'll make tenfold on what you're spending. Region Sports Network, they're the only game in town, but they're more than just a game.
Since 1998, customers electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Calling all current and future homeowners in the Northwest Indiana area. Whether you're buying or selling, Brent Wright is here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful. With years of experience, personalized service, and a deep knowledge of the market, Brent will help you find the perfect place or get the best deal for your property. Call today at 219-406-7195 and take the first step towards your real estate goals. Contact Brent Wright, the right way to buy and sell real estate.
When it comes to your money, you deserve more than just numbers on a page. You deserve someone who sees the full picture. Meet Mark Machnick, one of Northwest Indiana's most trusted accounting professionals. Whether you're running a business, planning for retirement, or just trying to make sense of tax season, Mark Machnick, located in Highland, makes it simple, personal, and believe it or not, painless. Contact Mark and his team today at 219-595-5290. Mark Machnick, CPA.
Life isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the quiet moments that matter the most. Of effort, of a dream taking root. And behind those moments, there's trust. Thank you for trusting Centier Bank with those moments and making us a part of your story. Thank you for the opportunity to earn your trust.
At Blyce, we're used to having the athlete shop at our store.
Down, sit, put.
But sometimes they get carried away. Blyce, this is where the athlete shops.
Welcome back. Visit regionsports.com, Facebook/RegionSportsNation, Instagram, and Region Sports Network's YouTube for this week's Home Improvement Top 10, presented by Enigenberg Exteriors. Enigenberg Exteriors. You can find them on the web at ebergexteriors.com. Things were pretty chalky last night in Region High School football. All the ranked teams getting the job done as we hit the home stretch here. Sectional draws coming out tomorrow, as well as we'll have full Friday Night Football slate of games for you next week for the regular season finale as well. But meanwhile, we also remind you to check out the IBW Local 697 electrifying plays from this week's football action. Visit regionsports.com, Facebook/RegionSportsNation, or on Instagram. The electrifying plays presented by IBW Local 697. IBW Local 697, the electrical professionals. A couple of candidates for that as well in that first half. First pass of the game was a 15-yard pass from Levi Cole to Griffin White, and as well as we have a huge 46-yard touchdown run from the Knights' Maverick Smith. A couple candidates for the electrifying plays. Halftime winding down. In a couple of minutes, we'll be back. When we come back, the second half for you in the Littles Division Crown Point Junior Bulldogs Super Bowl title game. Wolves and Knights continues after this on the Region Sports Network. This is Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
From lighting up Friday Night Football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Welcome back. Second half about to start here on the Region Sports Network between the Knights and the Wolves in the Little Division title game between these two sides who you can make the case been the strongest two teams in the entire program. So the Knights will get the football and will start first. After the Wolves begin our game with an opening drive, 5-play, 50-yard touchdown drive. The Knights begin the second half from midfield, leading by a score of 14-6. Cam Later, Zach Zanelli, Martin Murillo Jr. with you here for the Region Sports Network, enjoying your company on this Saturday afternoon. Thanks for taking some time away from your college football viewing to watch some great youth football here on display from the Crown Point Sportsplex. It is the year 2025, so thanks for having us up on your multi-screens as well. First and 10 in the first play of the second half is Maverick Smith trying to find the outside. Stiff arms one, sidesteps another, and is finally taken down. After a 4-yard pickup, Palanca the stop for the Wolves. He's been battling, Palanca has, with that arm injury he suffered early in the first quarter. He's still out there fighting. Could be a candidate for a post-game award as well. So here's second down and 6. We've only seen one passing play this entire game. They fake it to the motion man. That's a beautiful move by Maverick Smith, and he picks up first down yardage. 6 yards on the play, and it's our first down of the second half. Brought to you by Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville, your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialists. Smith has been everywhere in this football game on both sides, especially on the offensive side of the football. Leading the pack for his team up by 8. Trying to get some trophies after the game as well. Muka bounces inside off right tackle. Legs churning down to the 30. And he's a yard short of the line to gain. Two teams who scored more points than anyone else in the Littles division. Two teams combined to score 328 points in their first 6 games. The Wolves won the first meeting by a score of 28-26. That was the only loss for the Knights so far. They're trying for revenge. Smith cuts through 2 serpentines with first down yardage, keeps his feet and is finally taken down by Andrew Lilf. Yeah, it's another Four Seasons Mechanical first down, brought to you by our friends at Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville. Visit them on the web at fourseasonsmechanical.com. It's a good run there, all the way down to the 23-yard line. Mocha broke one, shakes off another, and it'll be finally taken down at the 20. It was Lilf and White with the stop. That one good for 4 yards. Second and medium. Smith will fake it to the motion man, calls his own number. He will pick up the first down as he's just outside the 10. Good run there for Maverick Smith. It's another Four Seasons Mechanical first down, brought to you by our friends at Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville, your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialists. It's a good run. About 10 yards or so there for Smith. 6 plays on this opening series in the second half for the Knights. 4 of them have been for Maverick Smith. And a lot of pre-snap motion, and I believe they're going to draw the Wolves offsides. They do, so here comes 1st and 5 from the 6. We're on the doorstep here. They've only had to run one play from the 20. It was on the touchdown on the opening drive. End around here for Teddy McCann trying to turn the corner. And Teddy McCann is in for a touchdown. His first touchdown of the football game. And the lead is now up to 14. It's the first play from scrimmage that the Knights have ran from inside the 10-yard line. And they find the end zone. They go for 2 here to extend the lead to 16. Smith keeps it himself, and he is, I think he might be short. Waiting for a signal still. And he is short. So nice stand there from the Wolves. And the score holds at 20-6. We'll step aside for a brief break. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
At the conclusion of today's game, we'll name the Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals. Couple of candidates for that so far. As the Knights have extended the largest lead of the game, 14-point advantage. Wolves take over. It's 1st down and 10 from midfield. Their opening drive of the second half. They scored on their opening drive of the first half as Palanca's taken down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. The tackle made by McCann, who just scored the touchdown. Palanca down in a heap of pain. And while they take a look at him, we'll take a break. This is Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strackandvantail.com or download our app today.
At the conclusion of today's game, we'll also name the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. Brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. So your second down and 12 following the 2-yard loss. And look at a little trickery here. And wow, big open field hit. McCann again with the tackle. This time it's on Richardson. And now it's 3rd down and very long. 17 to be exact. Loss of 5 on that last play, so they've lost 7 yards here on the opening 2 plays of the second half. They scored on 5 plays to start the game, and that's been it. Turnover on downs the rest of the way. From their own 43, the Wolves behind schedule here. And Hoffman trying to cut outside, and he'll be taken down by an angry pack of Knights. They limit the damage to just 1 yard on the play, and now here comes 4th down and 16. Only so much you can do if you're Rylan Hoffman and this Wolves offense. Chasing 14 points. Not a lot going right on the offensive side of the football. And you need to find solutions quickly with the way the Knights have been moving the ball down the field. Under 2.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter as well. So time is not on their side either. They need a quick score, and they need to find a way to generate a turnover. 4th down and 16. Flag on the play as Rylan Hoffman loses the football. It bounces right back into his mitts at the 49-yard line on the Knights side of the field. But an illegal procedure is going to negate that entire play. However, since it's 4th down, the Knights will just smartly decline the penalty, take the yardage, and that's that. So, turnover on downs yet again for the Wolves offense after the 7-yard gain there from Hoffman. And for this program, 3rd consecutive turnover on downs where the drive isn't ended by halftime. It was turnover on downs consecutively. They were marching down the field. They got to the red zone fringe before the clock ran out in the first half, and now they start with a turnover on downs on their side of the field. 2 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. And the Knights take over on their own 49. This is their second drive that starts on their own side of the field, and Maverick Smith starts it with a run. Bounces it outside. This is a flag on the play. Smith with a lot of room to run. He's inside the 40, and they finally take him down. Hoffman does at the 34-yard line, but there is a handkerchief way back in the backfield, and I believe this will come on back. And it is going to be a holding penalty. So now we'll move it back to the Knights 39, 1st and 20. Now their worst starting field position of the football game. However, with Smith and Muka. They have a lot of options, and you see why. It's a good first down run of 9 yards to get him back near the original line of scrimmage. Muka that time with it. And he'll make it second down 11. Very manageable now situation for the Knights. Inside of a minute to play in the third quarter. And they will take an official's timeout as William Vincent hobbles off. Let's hope he's okay, as Kai Sanchez will enter this football game here in the second half to replace him. And he'll be under center too, so this will be interesting to see how this transpires. Give or take 10-second difference between play and game clock, so they can wind this down for as long as possible. But it looks like they're going to get a couple more plays off. Smith sidesteps one, lowers his shoulder, and is taken down back at the original line of scrimmage. So a 1 yard pickup there for Smith. And now it brings up third down and 10. And the Knights at that point realizing the clock's on their side, leads on their side too. And they will take it down to the end of the third quarter. We've played 3 in this one in the Littles Division Final. 20-6 Knights. This is Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Stay with us after the game, and we'll name the Proud to Be Union Play of the Game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395. To find out how you can become a union ironworker, visit ironworkers395.com. Fourth quarter is here, and it's third down and 10 for the Knights in the all-black uniforms, moving left to right. Wolves 6-0, the lone unbeaten side in the Littles division left. In the Maroons, moving right to left. Backs against the wall, though, here as the fourth quarter begins. Smith will give out to Muka on an end around. Open real estate for him as he picks up 6 yards on third down and now brings up fourth down and 4. So this is definitely doable here for the Knights. So far, 3 touchdowns on the game for the Knights. 1 from Muka, 1 from Maverick Smith, and last but not least, Teddy McCann had 1 here in the third quarter. They need 4 yards on fourth down. Wolves fans making some noise, trying to get their young players back into this football game. Muka gets the call, and he is going to be taken down well short of the line of game. Needed 4, he got half that. It's a turnover on downs for the Wolves defense. Well done there from this group that needed a boost, and they're going to get one as they'll start over on their own 43. First of 3 games on the docket here from the Crown Point Sportsplex Now the Crown Point Junior Bulldogs Super Bowl. We'll have the middle division up next, and then we'll conclude around 6:30, 7 o'clock with the big division. Obviously, these are all time dependent on when the game in front of it finishes. A lot of fun here on the Region Sports Network as the football season, in a bizarre and yet quickly fashion, somehow begins to wind down already here in the region. First down and 10 play, and it's going to be first down and 5. Offsides penalty on the night, too. We're the more disciplined team in the first half. 1 penalty to the Wolves 4. Pre-snap commotion, no flag as an inside run goes for 2 yards. It was Cole who ran it. Wolves parents again making noise with their team on the field as Polanka re-enters. Good to see that, as it'll be now second down and 4 from midfield. Wolves down by 14, though. I need to hurry up a little bit here. Clock's not their friend right now, it's their foe. From midfield, it's another run between the tackles, and it's going to be a yard shy. Polanka on the run. Another 2-yard gain. It's now third down and a yard. Obviously, 4-down territory here for these Wolves. They'll need to convert on 1 2-point conversion try if they want to tie the game at some point. Up the gut, and they're not going to get it. It was Cole who tried the old-fashioned quarterback sneak. And Luis De La Rosa, first off the pile, celebrating. No gain on the play, and now here comes 4th down and 1. Could be your football game right here with 5:40 and counting. What do you dial up here for the Wolves? The inside runs have slowly become less efficient on this drive. Polanka will keep it himself, and he has the first down. He got spun in that territory by Mookup. It's a first down. Sponsored by our friends at Four Seasons Mechanical in Maryville, your Northwest Indiana heating and air conditioning specialists. He needed 1. And he got about 2.5. Call it 3 there as the drive continues. Cole goes under center on 1st and 10. From the 44, he'll drop back to pass, and he's got an open man, but he drops it. Oh, man. A wide open receiver was downfield. It was Griffin White. Great try, good throw from Cole. Caught everyone off guard. So they're throwing the football. The Knights still haven't thrown the ball. That was just the third pass attempt of the football game for the Wolves, which I guess in theory makes it the third pass attempt of the game overall. 2nd and 10 now. Clock stops with 4.5 to play. Cole on play action. Flushed out and taken down. Teddy McCann again with the sack. All the way back at midfield for a 6-yard loss. McCann has a touchdown. He's got a sack. Could be up for an award later on. We'll see. $15 on the play clock. 3:45 to go. It's 3rd down and 16. They need to get to the Knights 34. Screen pass out, Hoffman. And he'll go backwards again. This time Jacob Neiman with the tackle. And they now have lost 4 more yards on that play. They've lost 10 yards on the last 2 plays. And now here is 4th and 20. If they can't convert with the clock where it's at, now it's your ball game. And the Wolves will take a timeout. So will we. This is Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the Nika Contractors and Electrical Workers of Local 531.
Welcome back. 4th down and 20 here for the Wolves and what could be their knockout punch. They can't get it, but Palanca with a flag down gets inside the 40. And it's a holding penalty on the offense. It's the first signal. And they will decline the penalty. They'll take the yardage. And that will probably do it. So another great run from Palanca, but ultimately he can't do much about it. And they'll take over now from the 39-yard line. Chance to burn some clock as well. End around Major Odoms. And he'll be taken down at the line of scrimmage. So the Knights now inside 2 minutes away from avenging their earlier loss to the Wolves. Their lone blemish on the year was a 2-point loss. Came down to the wire. But now here, no doubts about this one in this winner-take-all game. 90 seconds away from a victory. Teddy McCann, who could be our superhero of the game, is taken down at the line of scrimmage as well, and now brings up 3rd down and 10. No gain on the play. As the clock is stopped, as the Wolves will take a timeout, trying to preserve precious seconds whenever they can at this point after a second turnover on downs in his second half. In this football game, 20 of the 26 points we have on the scoreboard came in the first quarter. A 6-yard run from Teddy McCann to open up the third quarter is the lone points here in the second stanza. 3rd down and 10 from the 39. Odom's the motion man again. They fake it to him and trying to chew up clock, and it's a good strategy. It's a 4-yard pickup on 4th down. Clock stops for another timeout. 1 minute, 12 seconds left. And it's 4th down and 5 coming up. Remember to stay with us. We'll have the middle matchup. Wolves with another team in that division. They, like we said, they have a team competing in all 3 levels. They'll take on the Raiders, and then in the finale in the Bigs division, Wolves against the Hornets. It's all coming up here shortly on the Region Sports Network. They will punt it away with Muka. It sends Hoffman back on his own 39, tries to change course, and he'll be taken down. Nice open field tackle there made by Maverick Smith. And so our only punt of the game now sees the Wolves take over on their own 38, so it's a return of -1 yards for Rylan Hoffman. With exactly 60 seconds on the clock. The Knights about to bring home some trophies. This final day of the fall season for these two teams. Cole to throw. I'll take a shot over the top looking for a diving Griffin White. It falls incomplete. White, who has been the main receiving target in this football game. All 4 passing attempts from the Wolves have been targeted towards Griffin. And now here's 2nd down and 10 with 41 seconds left. Reach that motion. Play clock down to 2. And it will be a delay of game. They'll back him up to the 33. And the clock will run. Hall to pass again. Over the top, it's deflected, and a nice play. Batting that one down was Maverick Smith. And now here comes third down and long. 2 incompletions and a delay of game on this drive with 2 plays to get 15 yards here if you're the Wolves. With 25 seconds left, so why not try to find a miracle here, right? At this point in the game. On this windy fall day here in Crown Point. Hoffman taken down after a pickup of 3. As we'll see Sawyer check in, and that will do it. So the Knights will win this football game by a final of 20-6. A hard-fought game between two teams who were so good this season. And it will be the Maroon Wolves who come away as the runners-up. The Black Knights as victors in this one as the two teams get set to shake hands. We'll hand out our post-game awards here on the Region Sports Network right after this. This is Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Hi, I'm Crowd Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowd Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowd Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back. It's now time to name the Crowd Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game. Crowd Company's, the insurance professionals. And our player of the game tonight is Teddy McCann. He's our superhero of the game. Had a 6-yard rushing touchdown as well as a big-time sack that really deranged the crucial drive in the second half for the Maroon Wolves. He's our Crowd Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game. Now time then the blue collar player of the game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. And our blue collar player of the game tonight was Luciano Palanca of the Wolves. He left his body out on the line for his team today. Had a impressive 3-yard rushing touchdown, but we had on the opening drive 37 rushing yards on the opening drive. Got a touchdown, got hurt in the ensuing defensive possession, but played through the pain and tried to will his team back to a victory. He's our blue-collar player of the game today. And last, it's now time to name the Proud to Be Union Play of the Game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395. Ironworkers Local 395 to find out how you can become a union ironworker. Visit ironworkers395.com. And our Ironworkers 395 Play of the Game today belongs to the 46-yard touchdown run of Maverick Smith in the first quarter. The go-ahead and game-winning touchdown for the Knights on the opening play of that drive as well. He is the recipient of today's Ironworkers 395 play of the game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395, Union Strong. That's going to do it for the first of our 3 games today. Congratulations again to the Knights Littles team for their victory in this championship game. Special thanks to our producer, Zach Zanelli, our camera operator, Martin Murillo Jr. This is Cam Laner saying so long. Thank you for watching Game Day on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.